Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. Here with my Amulet Dinos Terror of the Peaks deck. We're going to keep because we have double Amulet of Vigor. We don't have any bounce lands. We do have a Boreal Grazer, which can help us take advantage of this Amulet of Vigor should we draw one and we enter the Mycosynth Gardens. Well, do we just want to run out the Grazer to make another land drop so that next turn we can run out a Hammer Skull? Sure, that's what we're going to do. Ah, it comes in tapped, I forgot. Oh well. And we still get the Pugnacious Hammer Skull down, and we get to save our Amulet of Vigors for when we can really abuse them. It looks like it's the mirror, except we're playing Dinosaurs and they're playing Primeval Titans, I imagine. Yep. With the Valakut. Explore. Okay, so I've been playing Amulet Dinos for, I don't know, like, they have double Amulet too. That's hilarious. We're gonna have triple Amulet though. I've been playing Amulet Dinosaurs. This is probably like my 16th or 17th match, if not more. And I've yet to play the mirror. Oh man. The question is, what do we want to do? Do we want to go Pugnacious Hammer Skull into Ghalta, ideally? A single bounce land with 2 Amulet of Vigors would get us Ghalta next turn with the Pugnacious Hammer Skull out. Our opponent doesn't know yet that we're not playing the normal Primeval deck. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. I'm pretty excited. Although, they have turn 3 kills fairly consistently. We do not. And they can kill us without attacking. We have to attack. So, they're going to get a prime time here and probably kill us. We'll see. Maybe they're looking for the prime time or a way to find it. Our best draw would be a bounce land. We could make the Mycosynth Gardens into an amulet, play the bounce land, get up to 6 mana to cast. Let's see, Mycosynth Gardens becomes a bounce land. We have 8 mana, so that would be enough to do Terror of the Peaks and Hammer Skull, but not Terror of the Peaks and Ghalta, I don't think. I'd have to do the math. But I'm expecting, no, they got the Cultivator Colossus draw, so now they can put a whole bunch of lands into play. So they're going off on their turn 3 with Cultivator Colossus. They get to 7 mana on turn 3, so why can't we get to 7 mana on turn 3? Oh, so many triggers. Alright, well, let's see what their finisher is. Okay, I'm very confused. They're putting so many lands on the battlefield, but they still have 5 cards in hand. Is it because they get to draw a card every time they play a land? Yes, they do. What a card. Alright, well, let's see the show here of the actual Amulet deck. Primeval Titan deck going off in a big, big way on their turn 3. And we are left just, even if we get to untap, I mean, I don't even think our turn just can't compare with this. And again, like I've said it all along, we're not a Primeval deck. It's clearly the better deck. It has way more power. Looks super fun too. But that's not what we're about at CyclesGaming.com. These tier 1 decks, they exist. They've been made. You can watch other videos and people who have mastered the deck. We're just trying to play some janky fun builds that can get us some wins, and that's why we play Amulet Dinos. I mean, if they show us the prime time, we can be done. We'll scoop it up. Like Valakut, not everything's a mountain yet, but still, they can go get. Well, we'll see. Let's just watch the show. I also don't know. I wonder if our opponent's going to scoop the match after this game. They have so many triggers. But anyway, scoop the match because they don't want to play the mirror, or because if they realize we're playing Dinosaurs. It's the free section after all. But maybe they just want the reps. Yep, untap, tap. Make all the manas. Maybe they're playing Banefire. The thing about this Amulet of Vigor package is that it really can power up a lot of different strategies. You could go all in on a burn with similar support pieces to go like, I'm going to play 4 Banefires, for instance. I mean, they're going to make a bazillion mana on turn 3. Make it uncounterable, do 20 to the face. They could have, yeah, just how much mana they're going to get up to. Some obscene amount. What other packages could you run in a deck like this? They didn't get any red yet, so they need a red source still to give anything haste and trample. All the manas, but can they kill us this turn? There's a red source. Do they have enough red and mana? So if they can give it plus, it gets double strike, so they can give it make it into a 13/13 double strike or trampler. Yeah, I mean, vigilant. So that's 26. We have a blocker. That's Xaxes. We can scoop it up now. So we were going to draw our bounce land. We were going to get so we'd have used one. Let's say we use this to tap. We were going to get 3 Amulet of Vigors. The Boros Garrison would have tapped for 6, and then we would have had a 4. So we could have gone. Yeah, the double. We were lacking the double green. That was not the bounce land we needed. All right, what do we want to bring in against the Amulet Titan? Force of Vigor seemed like they could be pretty good. Maybe that's about it. Pithy Needle, then we don't really. It's the best thing we can name hurts us too, which is Urza Saga. Shadow Spear to race. I don't know, they're so fast. I always take out that 1 ring. Maybe I should just go up to 4 copies of Explorer. Okay, well, let's see if our Dinosaurs can get a game against the actual Amulet deck that dominates Modern. Dominate might be too strong a word. Tier 1, though. And you saw, I mean, how fun. That was a turn 3, just busted. 1,000,000 mana. Oh my gosh. So now we have 3 Amulet of Vigors in our opening hand, plus a 4th if we want it, plus the Force. Alright, we're keeping it. This is going to be good enough. We don't have a way to make multiple land drops. So what we can do is, if our opponent plays an Amulet, we can always force it next turn by playing a second Amulet into a bounce land for 4 mana. Wayward Swordtooth, I love you so much. Okay, how can we do this now? We could just get rid of their Urza Saga, but I kind of want to see what else they commit to the board. So we could play another Amulet into Gruul Turf, get 4 mana into Wayward Swordtooth. Can we do it all this turn? We can get a Terror of the Peaks down, I believe. Oh, they have an Amulet of Vigor themselves. Sneaky, sneaky opponent. Well, that's unfortunate for us. However, we have a third one in our hand. And the ability to make a second copy if we want. We will return the bounce land to our hand. We will play a Wayward Swordtooth. Opponent's like, wait a minute, this is not what we were expecting. So there goes our big plan of having a Terror of the Peaks and a Wayward Swordtooth down at the same time. Well, I guess we really can't have it all. Now, do we even want to make another land drop? So the Gruul Turf, we can make a third land. We can make another land drop here and then bounce this to our hand so that we can cast it next turn to make another Amulet of Vigor, but then we're left without being able to really abuse. We would need another bounce land. Alright, well, so this might be a mistake. But we're going to do it this way. Alright, well, we already played land. Okay, so we played our actual land. Who knew that Amulet Titan and Amulet Dinos would be such a powerhouse matchup? See what their follow-up. They have another Urza Saga, so we are going to hopefully draw another bounce land so that we can have a really big turn. Bounce land. Kessid Wolfwaron. Well, we can play both, but we can't. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get rid of these Urza Sagas because we got greedy with our bounce land. I don't even know if we were greedy. Maybe we were. Yeah, we probably were. That was probably a mistake. So we could have left the Mycosynth Gardens on the battlefield. Yeah, okay. Well, that's why I'm learning the deck. We should have left Mycosynth Gardens on the battlefield, returned the Gruul Turf, played it, cast it, made this into the Amulet, blah, 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 and then we would have been in better position right now, I think. Because right now we don't have the double green. And they're going to be able to go off pretty well. And it's so frustrating sometimes when you, because it takes one to get to the green there, and we don't have a... Okay, well, live and learn. This is this deck is so complicated that, yeah, I mean, I'm so far into playing this strategy, and I still I would have considered that a really dumb mistake. Just not force. Yeah, you should always keep the bounce land in your hand when you have an Amulet of Vigor. I guess that's just what one approach we should take. But maybe we won't get max punished if our opponent is going to take making constructs rather than going off with Amulet of Vigor this turn. So we would really just need... We really want another bounce land or a green source or a land. Really any land in our 28 land deck would be acceptable. So do we risk it and put turn this into a Amulet of Vigor, because then we're down a land. We definitely need. All right, we're gonna do it. I mean, that's. We might get blown out by Force of Vigor if they have another one. All right, we need a bounce land. A Boreal Grazer mocks us, but we can at least pitch it to Force of Vigor on their upkeep. And we have a set stop. Okay, so we can. Are they going to untap upkeep? Yeah, so before the trigger. So we'll go ahead and pitch Force of Vigor on their upkeep in with the Boreal Grazer. Or pitch a Boreal Grazer to Force of Vigor to exile, or to the this and this. To get rid of those two. They can make a Construct. So we're really not. We played this in obviously in not the right way. At least it was a green card. See what our opponent's follow-up play is. Yeah, I mean, I love playing this deck, but I will say I get frustrated with my mistakes as I'm learning it and getting better at it. It's a challenging archetype. It's rewarding because you saw what our opponent got to do on turn 3. We don't get to do those kind of fun things on our. See if we don't get to do those types of completely busted things on turn 3, but we do get to have our own fun. So we really like another land. A bounce land is obviously our best draw. There's a bounce land. Now, let's see if we can do it right. So we're going to do the bounce land. This time returning the Gruul Turf to our hand. Play the Gruul Turf. Tap it. Tap it. And then we're going to bounce the Gruul Turf. Play Terror of the Peaks. Now our opponent's really going to be like, what the heck? This is definitely not the prime time. Yeah, I mean, so if that had been prime time, this game would be over. Which is why prime time's the better deck. However, that's not what we're interested in doing. As I explained during our waiting for our opponent to have their busted turn 3 last game. Can we draw the Ghalta? Ghalta to seal the deal would be a beautiful, beautiful thing right now. Our opponent's stuck on 2 mana with those Urza Sagas that we blew up. Well, they blew one up themselves, but then we blew up the other one. So they're struggling in their 30 land deck to make land drops, or they're holding on to their bounce lands the way they probably should in order to try to find an Amulet of Vigor. And we would love to see a Ghalta off the top because that's what we're here to do. We want a Ghalta and burn you for 12, and then we can swing in with Kessig Wolfhound. Alright, so it looks like they might just be ramping to try to... Alright, they had their fun on turn 3. Can we have our fun with a Ghalta off the top? Really, any big dinosaur off the top would be very nice for us right now. We have... Oh, man. Boo and Hiss. And we still want a Ghalta, though. We're going to go get a basic. We have the 1 red. We need double. We have the 2 green. We can get any land, though. We'll get the Stomping Ground. Alright. We come on deck. Big dinosaur. Ghalta, ideally. Ghalta. Oh, just a land. But we can at least swing in and start punishing our opponent's life total. Again, if this was prime time, we would be winning. It is not. However, we are going to be swinging in a 2-turn clock at least. So hit our opponent to 10. They have reach. We have trample, so it's not a 2-turn clock. 3-turn clock. Forgot about the sneaky reach. Even though we play the card ourselves, but trample's a big deal, obviously. All right, so we are still very close to winning. Let's see if our opponent can find an amulet and stop and go off this turn, or if they're going to have to go about it the hard way. The One Ring. It's a pretty good card. That's going to make our Ghalta less impressive. We'll have to hold it if we draw it. Alright, another one of their combo pieces. Do they have the amulet to go with it? They're going to start swinging in themselves. No, we're on a 3-turn clock. Can they chain together the One Rings? Belligerent Yearling. So we want to probably save the Belligerent Yearling for next turn, since we can't target our opponent. We could, however, kill one of these Cornstalks. I wonder if we... So, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, tear the piece deals damage equal to the creature. I wonder if we could somehow stack our triggers to do Keswick Wolfron. I hear Major crying out downstairs. My babysitter's here. Sneaky Reach, or 3/3. I think we're going to do Sneaky Reach. Hold on a second. Okay, well, opponent got the One Ring, so they're going to be digging further, and we got a Ghalta. The dream has been realized, and yeah, we can't target our opponent because of this One Ring. Man, that makes me sad. Well, what should we do? Nothing, I guess. And hope our opponent doesn't find it or can't beat us next turn. We could just play Ghalta in order to give ourselves a blocker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and turn on the City's Blessing, and then we could have a theoretical blocker for their prime time. But I'm gonna try to live the dream here and hope our opponent doesn't find what they're missing with all these mini cards that they're drawing. And my son just screamed at me over losing technology. It's pretty fun. What do they find? Come on, opponent. Don't kill us. We want to live our dream. You got to live your dream. Let's live our dream. They're up to 7 cards. So can they win this turn? They play an Amulet. I mean, of course they can, because it's prime time. They play an Amulet or 2, and then make 1 land drop to get an additional land drop. Then they're in business to play prime time and get multiple land drops. So let's just hope that our opponent's top of the deck is not being kind, that they're drawing things that they can't use, and that next turn we have the double green to cast the Ghalta if our creatures survive, even if they get rid of our Amulet of Vigor. Alright, they played a single forest. That bodes well. They don't have any white mana yet, but that's easily rectified in a deck that plays a bunch of bounce lands. And they did find the Amulet. Can they win this turn? Well, I guess we're going to find out, because I don't want to scoop at this point. So yeah, playing the Ghalta last turn would have given us a blocker. It would have not let us win the way we want to win, though. Which, of course, is not necessarily the way you want to go about playing this type of game. You play to win, you make the most optimal play you can, not play to your janky fun win. But, I mean, we're here to have fun, and it's a practice game, and I really want to get the win with Ghalta, burning them out. Can we do it, though? I'm not so sure we can. They're going to have some pretty big beats coming our way. So we can just wait. Does it give it? It just gives it haste, and now are they going to be able to give it double strike? Possibly. Double strike is a problem. So the reason to play Ghalta that turn, besides blocking, is that if we have to block with Terror of the Peaks just to live, then we're definitely going to be in trouble. So they're going to bring everybody. And then they're going to go get a double strike land, and they're going to beat us down the old-fashioned way. So the One Ring Man found them their answers, won them the game. Had we played the Ghalta, we would be able to, let's do our math here. Block. Well, we could have killed one of these, so it would be a 3/3. Then we could have blocked with the Terror of the Peaks on the other one, blocked the Primeval Titan with Ghalta, taken some number of damage, and then maybe swung in. So I think the not fun janky win that we decided to hold our Ghalta in hand for is obviously the wrong way. Then we would have blocked the Primeval Titan with the 12/12, taken some amount of damage, then probably been able to swing over in the air to finish off our opponent. We'll see what they can find. They're taking their time. Maybe they're trying to do the math and realizing it's not working out. That'd be nice for us. Are they missing the land that they need? Are they assuming they can just kill us this way? Because 8, 12... sure they have something. Valakut to finish us off. So this is going to mean... Oh man, okay, so now we need the bodies on the battlefield just to cast a Ghalta now that our Amulet of Titan, or our Amulet of Vigor is gone. Alright, so there's 16 damage coming through, 8 of which is trample. So we can block. So if we block here, we take 8 and 5 is 13. If we block here, 8 and 4 is 12. So I think we have to go, and then if we 8 and 4, so yeah, we're gonna end up dying no matter what, right? We're gonna have to take 8. We're taking 4 or 6 from this thing. So we want to keep one of these things alive, and I don't think we can. So if we go 3-2 here, we take 4 plus 8 is 12. 3-2 and a 5-4, we take 8 and go to 4, and then we can't cast our Ghalta. 5-4, blocking the 8-6, we're taking 4, then we block here, we're taking 4 total, we go down 8, and we can trade with the Primeval Titan via the Keswick Wolfron. Ah, man. Yeah, so I mean this is 4 damage and that's 12, so I mean that's Xaxes. They have 5 cards in hand. Yeah, we really wanted that. We really needed a... Yeah, I mean, obviously we went for the fun play, and I'm not going to regret that. It is unfortunate, though. So now we need... This costs 7, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a land? And even then, it's not really that great for us to draw a land. Another Wayward Swordtooth. Without any way. Then, well, does that get us to Ghalta, though? It does. Yes, alright, that was a good draw for us. Will it be enough? Our opponent's going to have enough, they have enough cards in hand. I can't imagine that they're not going to just burn us out with Valakut at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we still can't get the City's Blessing. And that means we're dead. Ah, that's frustrating. Alright, I just started chatting with my opponent. Alright, well, for CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next one. This has been another edition of Keeping Modern Janky with Johnny Cycles. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my website, cyclesgaming.com, for original Magic the Gathering content. You can read about my Commander decks or my Janky Modern brews. My latest article is about the Zombie Precon and its effect on Commander. I give you a couple different deck lists. If you're interested in a science fiction / fantasy novel, be sure to check out my book, The Podcon. I'm publishing it serially, a couple chapters every month. Again, thanks for watching. Check me out on YouTube, Johnny Cycles. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.